Retro games are expensive because of nostalgia, rarity, and the law of supply and demand. Also, because the market is held hostage by some dudes named Kyle, who thinks CIB Chrono Trigger is a retirement plan. And listen, I get it. You see the pristine SNES cart with the label still intact and your brain goes, that's art. But if it's over $200, it better be making me breakfast the next morning.
Great point, Matt. Today's video highlights not the most expensive games in our collection, but some of the most expensive games in our collection. And the key question here is, are these games also fun to play, or are they just extremely valuable and just a centerpiece on your shelf as you add them to your collection?
Mega Man 5 is a late NES release, which will obviously increase its value, but I think the real question here, Joe, is it fun?
Man, it's not Mega Man 2 or 3, but this is the third best game in the NES franchise. It's got tight controls, the classic run and gun platforming, and I'll tell you what, that soundtrack, it really bops, Matt.
It bops?
Yes, so on the Matt and Joe scale, we give this game an 8 out of 10, which obviously means absolutely nothing.
Xenogears on PlayStation 1 is expensive, mainly because of the combo of rarity, nostalgia, and its cult classic status. It had a limited print run, it had no physical re-release, and it has a huge cult following. But again, the question, Joe, is it fun?
If you're into deep, complex stories with a mix of philosophical themes and psychological exploration, plus mech robots, then yes, it's definitely fun. On the Matt and Joe scale, this game scores a 7 out of 10 because you gotta be into that shit.
Next up is Fire and Ice on the NES, again valuable because it's a late NES release. It was low sales at the launch, and it was not re-released, which makes it difficult to find it legally. Joe, is it fun?
Matt, do you turn on your NES to play ice puzzles?
No.
Okay, so this game gets a 5 out of 10 on the Matt and Joe scale.
Alright, up next is Chrono Trigger. This one's expensive because it's regarded as one of the best RPGs of all time. It had a low North American release and did not sell well, so physical copies are quite limited.
Matt, that's all true. Not only as one of the best RPGs of all time, but arguably one of the best games of all time. So our score for this one is going to be pristine, 10 out of 10. Literally one of the best games of all time.
The Jetsons was a late NES release and was competing in 1992 with the superior SNES, which led to low sales. It was also a licensed game, which further increases the rarity due to lower batch volumes.
Kinda sounds just like me, Matt. I am actually a limited release as well. On the Matt and Joe scale, we give this game a 6 out of 10. Honestly, it's just not that fun.
Ducktales 2 is another very late release for the NES, actually in 1993, and again, very low sales at release time.
Race cars, lasers, airplanes, it's a duck blur. Might solve a mystery.
Joe.
Oh, I'm sorry. So, this is a great game. On the Matt and Joe scale, we give this a solid 9 out of 10. It's as fun or even more fun than the original.
Well, that is correct, Joe, and actually you have a Matt and Joe guarantee that is the last time you hear Joe sing. It's never going to happen again.
I thought that was pretty good.
I'm not going to allow it.
I'm going to do it again.
Pick this one up, and I'll take care of this issue.
What? Next up on the list here is Shining Force CD, the only tactical RPG on our list here. Fun fact, you need the Sega CD backup RAM card to really get farther in this game, but this game is so unique because it's actually a combination of a few Game Gear games.
This one is a lot of fun, especially if you like the RPG genre. And on the Matt and Joe scale, we give this one proudly an 8 out of 10. Mighty Final Fight is NES's contribution to the Final Fight series. Much like all the other games in our list, this one is a very late release for the NES and had very low and limited sales at release time. Fun fact for you here, this is the only game in which Joe and I differ on our rating scales. I find this game to be highly repetitive, and I will give this one a 6 out of 10.
I completely disagree, Matt. I give this a 9 out of 10. It has all 3 characters from the original Final Fight, which none of the SNES titles had, and it's a fantastic game to play. Next up is Earthbound for the SNES. Maybe the strangest game of all time. The marketing campaign was "This game stinks!" exclamation point. On top of that, it came in a massive box. Matt, do I need to say anything more about this game?
It's weird, it's quirky, but it's kind of fun with a cool sense of humor. We're going to give this one a 7 out of 10 until we have enough time to really dive deeper into this one ourselves.
Last but not least, Final Fight Guy, one of the most unique cartridges out there, as it was purely a Blockbuster exclusive back in the day, so meaning you could really only rent it until Blockbuster finally decided they would sell off their remaining copies.
While this is a really fun game to play, we struggle with the fact that it is limited in that it's only a one-player game. Because of that, unfortunately, we can only give this one a 6 out of 10 on the Matt and Joe funness scale.
So what's the conclusion here, Matt? Is it the more expensive the video game, the more fun it is to play?
Hey, let's be honest, Joe. At the end of the day, fun is subjective. Let's not put a price and allow that to dictate your experience. Just play what you love, whether it's something you picked up at a flea market for $5 or whether it's one of those holy grail games that sits on your shelf. Thanks so much for watching the video. Hit that like button if you've ever bought a game for the collection and never actually played it. And subscribe for more takes that'll empty your wallet and fill your heart. Drop your worst impulse retro purchase in the comments. We want to feel better about ourselves over here for spending so much money on this stuff.
Yeah, we do.
See you in the next video.